Well, a local art teacher with a hidden talent decided to pursue her passion after a life altering event.
It is a unique hobby turned second career that few of her high school students know about.
Tonight, Houston ABC's Trisha Begum introducing us to Mrs. Jane Brom.
I know it's going to be a school year like no other.
But thankfully for her students, Jane Rom is a teacher like no other.
Cell phones on silent and get out your Chromebooks. The show is about to begin.
Even through the screen, it's hard to miss her colorful personality.
We're going to practice mimicking those different textures using the different kinds of mark making.
She is an art teacher, after all, at Niskayuna High School.
I love working with high school students, but then I just also felt like there was an element that was missing.
Okay, can I take your temperature?
Yeah.
So welcome to Jane's other job.
If you would have told me that I would have gotten into tattooing 5 years ago, I would have said that you're crazy.
Yet here we were, sitting inside Avita Tattoo. That's right, Mrs. Rom, the art teacher, is a tattoo artist by night.
It's a hard world to break into.
Jane's specialty, hand-poked tattoos.
Start with dots as like a constellation, and then you slowly build it up into a line.
No machines, just piercing precision. And Jane's steady hands.
And it's just as much about the experience as about the final tattoo.
But she actually wasn't sure if she was ready to put ink to skin.
I had made the decision that I wasn't going to do it.
It was at the end of 2018 when Jane's father was diagnosed with leukemia.
And then my dad passed away. And I realized like how passionate I was about it, obviously after the fact, once the dust kind of settled.
Her grief leading to clarity, and you could say eventually she was ready to sign on the dotted line.
The first tattoo I ever did was actually my father's signature, and I just felt like I needed to do something to know that I wouldn't forget.
Her father's memory now permanent.
It's a way of kind of putting these feelings somewhere.
Emotions Jane's helped etch onto Steve Burnick.
So 4 tattoos that have been done by her so far.
You took care of it, I could tell.
Yeah.
Her laser-sharp concentration on the design at hand. But it's the stories that bring each person to her chair that she's tuned into.
I have one that's a Victorian hand that's holding a lily. A lily is my ex's favorite flower, my ex-wife.
It is a very personal thing to ask someone to do this on you.
A form of expression even her colleagues at school have expressed interest in.
I've actually tattooed some of them, which is great. That's one of my favorite parts, is being able to take something that they've been thinking about and then be able to create it for them visually.
But in class, it's a little-known fact that Mrs. Rom is also Jane the tattoo artist.
I don't tell the kids so often. There can be a stigma with people with tattoos, and that's something that I'm trying to change.
A pointed lesson in self-expression.
And it's a beautiful thing to be able to show something that's an art form that's showing something personal to you on the outside.
And more importantly, not to paint the people you see with a broad brush.
I hope there's not a stigma.
No.
My husband and I have matching ones.
I think those days are gone, yeah.
Okay. Took me 20 years to get the design, and finally he picked it out. And I was like, you're right.
But
Here we
good
go.
for her. So creative. Kids are lucky to have a teacher that creative.
They are. With those personalities that she showed at the beginning of every class, it's almost like Cap here at the beginning of every forecast.
That's right.
I don't know about that.